Sending the challenge.
Stream is up. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to TRUBBL Game Week 2. Holy Enemies Lesser Pests against Bashfaces. As you can see, the Holy Enemies coming into this game broke. Completely 100% broke. Bashfaces have some money, apparently. Oh, Bashfaces have definitely got some money in the bank. It appears to be a decent, opponent has 250,000 gold pieces. Oh boy. Well, I'll just be waiting for my opponent, 10 Speed, who I believe may be on the broadcast tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Say hello, 10 Speed.
Hello, hello.
Wonderful. He has some money. He will be probably buying something of use. Meanwhile, the Holy Enemies will continue their warm-up stretches off screen. Game Week 2 is apparently brought to you by the Bloodweiser Babes. Still waiting while the Bashfaces pull together some inducement selections. The Bashfaces have picked up 2 mercenaries for the match. Oh my. Well, I'm ready.
I am ready.
And we are off. Both teams coming in with a team fan factor of 1. And this is our only all-chaos match of the TRUBBL season. Chaos Dwarves versus Pure Chaos. Stadium. Both teams in shades of gray. And the Holy Enemies win the toss. They will have elected to receive the first half. Both sides having now finished their lineup selections, we are ready to get this match underway. Kick will be coming from Tanner Burkskin, the surviving Bull Centaur. For the Bashfaces side, they're down who picked up an injury in game week 1. Both teams picking up an extra rule off the initial kick, and it stays in bounds somehow. Really? Alright. And we'll do a little bit of maneuvering to cover that ball to make sure it doesn't get any funny ideas. And the first hits are going in as the Chaos Warriors step to whittle down that line. Putting more than a few hits in. Oh, a 3-die block to start the day. Having a few connectivity issues. Nothing of significance, just some slight slowdowns in the stream. I apologize if anyone suffers because of that. Here we go. And Zen Sharath attempt to put the hurt down on Tycho Paint Shred. Instead, he will simply hold himself on the line, keeping himself available to continue to support his teammates as necessary. Adala moves to pick up the ball and succeeds. First time out. This Chaos team really knows what they're doing with the ball, which is, quite frankly, a little disturbing for anyone who knows the game. He'll post up alongside, that would be Burning. And it's over to the Bashfaces. They're Chaos Dwarves, who took a beating in that first round, stood back up to face off against their slightly larger Chaos Brothers. Chaos Dwarves looking to, Bashfaces, excuse me, looking apparently to create a line of contact here on the enemy's left, Bashfaces right. Although they are certainly starting to sweep through the gap that was created. And the enemy's moved. Ooh, that's a successful knockdown, ladies and gentlemen. The blitz from Zarkon last time, hitting Keyshawn and knocking him unconscious. Gonna be one of those days, I fear, for the enemies. Already down a man on the pitch. Keyshawn is unconscious. Enemies gonna need to even this up a little on the quick side. Interesting choice. It appears Darkha Burnt Mouth, one of those hired mercenaries, is attempting to push a gap into the flank here of the Chaos side. And coming around the flank is Tanifer Burnskin, obviously looking to bring it to use his speed to sweep around the outside and pick off the ball carrier. Ooh, a single die block up against. That would be Teba. Leaves some interesting tactical choices for the enemies. Now, here comes some additional marking and a go down component snapper. Moving forward to mark up against Uzan Sharath.
Couldn't make a move there.
Hits are starting to fly as the enemies create a slight gap on their left. With Drum Blade Tooth singled out for. Ooh. There's a good solid hit, sending him off the pitch where he will be stunned by the crowd, evening the numbers up at 10 apiece on the pitch. Seeking to create further numbers advantage. Just have to take what they can get and push the ball into the Bashfaces half. And they're definitely going to try to break that ball carrier free as quickly as possible. Bashfaces surveying their options, having stood up a number of their players. Bashfaces indeed looking to create this line of combat as best they can, going toe to toe with their Chaos Brethren. The fight certainly the annals of the sport. Block works. Gregory will be going down. Indeed, down he goes. And left. Oh, another one die block works. Teba also goes down. Chaos Dwarf blockers making their presence known on the line against the Chaos Dwarfs. And successfully knocking down yet another enemy's player. And stunning Wolfsy. Enemies gonna have to work hard here. There we go. Locking another Chaos Dwarf out into the stands. And inflicting as much pain as possible. Stun inflicted earlier, which will enable enemies to not just move the ball downfield, but to protect it to some degree. This is, as many predicted, turning into a bit of a bloodbath. Casualties have been inflicted. Certainly a number of players are getting put into the turf. The first serious casualty of the game, and it's a kill. The enemies are suddenly worried about what's going to happen to them here. Looking at the Bashfaces bench, they certainly have a number of players available to them to come in off the sidelines. those are some rather impressive dodges from Scarlet Claydam. That was a less impressive dodge. Well, as they say, nothing easy. So here we go. There it is. There's a hit. With that, we may in fact... Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, Indala is in range and could score this turn. Because now is the time to pay back the Bashfaces for the injuries caused the enemy's team. At least knock a few guys down. Shenlove is dead. Just dead. That's unfortunate. Ah, excellent.
That was my Hail Mary there. Apparently it was not well received.
Had to make it a bad Hail Mary indeed. TRUBBL will drop back. And the nasty hit. Tanner's getting pushed with the crowd. Nothing serious on the injury, unfortunately. Yes, it does give the Bashfaces time to get on the field, but it also gives the enemies a chance to awaken the dead, get him back into the ring. And they failed to do so. Well. And the enemies are down to 10 players on the pitch. And did something very dumb and left more people on the line than they needed to, inviting some hits. Bashfaces taking advantage of that, as they should. Immediately putting pressure on the enemy's line. And the kick is up. Blitz. Defense gets to start their drive early. Now there are only 3 players currently unmarked. While no injuries are caused on the blitz, at least some slight disruption to the Bashfaces line is achieved. And another one-dive block that works out well for the Bashfaces. Exposed, to say the least. Bashfaces squaring up in just what they were looking for with a battle at the midfield stripe yet again. There's the hit on Teba. E2 goes down. And the blitz on Regime moves him to the side, clearing space right up the middle of the field. Bashfaces pondering their options. debating whether to hit or move for the ball next. Tenspeed is known as a thoughtful coach in the game. Oh, he goes for the ball. And sadly, fails to pick it up. Which means the line of combat here at the front presents an opportunity for the enemies. Stuck in that lovely meaty sound. Walking Garzak sliced tongue on his heels. And the hits continue down the line as the enemies seek to push the Bashfaces back just a touch. The enemies starting to run sadly low on players, forcing the Bashfaces to move the ball if they're going to try to score in this half. Dropping back to pick up the ball is Tycom Paintshred, who successfully picks up the ball with 3 turns, 2.5 turns left to go, and a handoff to Tanifer Wormskin, puts the ball in the most vulnerable player on the Bashfaces side. Yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen, the Bashfaces certainly have an opportunity here to score. Die against it successfully, at least moves one of my guys. The question is, where will Tanifer Wormskin try to breach the line? Looks like we have a few watchers on the stream. Anybody have predictions? Good God, really? And a 2-die against block succeeds in knocking down Regium. Who gets knocked unconscious by it? Those guys have mighty blow. No, they don't. Well, if this continues, the Holy Enemies will be unable to field a squad at the start of the second half. Good God. Danforth scan, switching fields, as it were. Less than a minute to go with the tower block for the Bashfaces. Finally roll a 2-die block against Burley and suffer the TRUBBL so much they deserve. 8 players on the field for the enemies. We'll have to slow down somehow. Attempting to stop Burnskin from getting downfield. He certainly has the movement that he could theoretically score this half. Bashfaces have opened up a lane down their left-hand side, although it is up right up against the sideline, which could leave Burnskin exposed to getting knocked into the stands for a second time this match. Bashfaces marking up down there right, the enemy's left. Obviously looking to put some nasty hits in next turn. For those of you just joining us as we approach halftime, the Bashfaces have suffered no significant casualties. Meanwhile, the Holy Enemy's Lesser Pests have 3 unconscious, including 2 Chaos Warriors and 1 dead Beastman, Genebath, who died early to a hit. Bashfaces suffer a turnover going into halftime, having just finished a number of markup situations. This could be something resembling a break, but in fact probably isn't. Finally went through the armor. And the end of the first half approaches rapidly. The score will be the enemies 1, Bashfaces 0. As the Bashfaces attempt to put a few more injuries in before the whistle sounds. Successfully knocking down another Chaos Warrior. At least that's from speed coaches from the start of the second half. Jennifer Burnskin makes his late move up the gut that's been opened. But with the halftime whistle imminent, and another dead. My God. I'm honestly in shock, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. That's 2 perfect 12s ruled on injuries in the first half alone for the Bashfaces. Well, no matter what happens, the enemies will be starting the second half down at least one body. Bashfaces with a full squad still somehow. And neither of the Chaos Warriors are awake for the start of the second half, leaving the enemies down 4-3 on the pitch. And the enemies are on the pitch with eight players on the pitch. Bashface is obviously going to use this to their fullest advantage and try not only to put some more hurt on the enemies, but to see if they can break through and even out the score. Kick is up. Ooh, a deep kick. Perfect defense. Anyway. The enemies go for a centralized defense, going to push the Bashfaces one way or another. Bashfaces putting their work together, and already another break with Emerald Beastman being stunned. Bashfaces are successfully able to pick up the ball. And looks like it'll be a handoff to 10 for Burnskin yet again. Bashfaces is moving up to as many of the enemies as possible. Push forward, oddly enough, getting into the Bashfaces back line. He's looking to cause something of some damage. Bashfaces again resume the double, triple marking that their numerical advantage allows them to take. Oh god, and another one-die block that knocks a Chaos Warrior down. The Bashfaces rolling well tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Well, the Bashfaces have rather quickly contained that breach of their right side and have successfully handed the ball off to Tanfer Burnskin, who now advance up the field like he is designed to do. Yep, here he comes. Flying up the field, as a matter of fact. Appears both down. Now to try something truly ridiculous. Offseat blitzing Tanfer Burnskin in the open field. Successfully knocking him down. And knocking the ball loose. Having accomplished one bit of magic. The enemies look to continue. Somehow, some way. And with the ball loose in the Bashface half, the Bashfaces have an opportunity to recover, but will have to work as the ball is marked by Vafsi. And another one-die block knocks a Chaos Warrior flat. Interesting series of tactics. The Bashfaces are still opening up space forward. Looking very confident that Tan for Burnskin will be able to recover that ball amidst the current marking. And the way they've been rolling tonight, who would doubt them? Oh dear, and things have gone horribly wrong for the Bashfaces, rather suddenly. Unlucky roll means that all of a sudden the enemies have a chance to not only recover the ball, but put more marking around it in the process in the event something doesn't go right. Vopsy is, in fact, able to get to the ball. Takes off up the line. And payback. Payback. Zarkon Slice Tongue has his fractured leg in this next game. The Apothecary steps in, provides some assistance. Knocked down while attempting to push. It was that Tycon paint shred into the stands. Tanifer Burnskin leaps up and is unfortunately taken down trying to dodge past Amor. And a KO to Scarlet Clademan. Dala blitzes across and puts his horns directly into Godunk Bone Snapper, knocking him flat. Vofsy moves closer to the end zone, but does not step across that line, obviously trying to hold on to time, hoping to give his team a chance to just wind down this clock before some horrible dwarf blocker comes and kills him like they did his friends earlier. And there's a hit. Darka Burnt Mouth flattens Emor. And putting some marking pressure up against Abasta, and possibly opening up space for Tanda for Burnt Skin. The bodies come piling in down that wing. Oh no! Oh no, disaster strikes the Bashfaces as Tycom Paint Shred gets hammered back by Uzen Shara. That was a poor move on my part, but that's okay. The enemies continue to work at winding down that clock. And to the final 3 turns we go. This depleted enemy's team desperately trying to hold on for a victory as the Bashfaces continue to murder their team. With that, Tanifer Burnskin has created himself a line up the flank and will be rapidly putting pressure on that ball. Vofsy crosses the line and scores eventually. With a very short amount of time remaining, the enemies take a 2-0 lead. And finally, the remaining Chaos Warriors awaken from their restful slumber just in time for the end of the match. Bashfaces again reverting to their everyone up tactic, putting bodies on the line. And the kick is up. Changing weather. Perfect Blood Bowl weather. The ball lands very near to Sedza Dark Screamer, who will get things going for the Bashfaces. There's the first knocked over Chaos Warrior on a 1-die block again. Bahurim is able to stay up this time. And a solid hit gets landed on Teba. Oof. And going for a hit on Regium. Tycom Paint Shred gets himself flattened. Or better to say, flattens himself. The Holy Enemies are going to back off the line just a little bit here, because to do otherwise would be foolish, I believe. And a KO. Ideal. The enemy's just looking to survive at this point. Bashfaces looking to do whatever damage they can in a A moment of vengeance-inspired rage, as any good Chaos team does. Thank you very much, but I do believe, in the end, Bahurim will stay on his feet for the moment. A successful pickup of the ball from Sunset Darkscreamer. Well, he can advance and throw, or he will just hand it off. Just hand it off. No, in fact, fails to hand it off to Tanafer Birdskin, who bounces it off his chest back to Sunset Darkscreamer, who maintains possession of the ball. Impressive work there, Bashfaces. The one-die block flattens a Chaos again. And since I too Chaos inspired, I too will attempt to inflict damage for no reason other than the case of inflicting damage. First time this game, someone puts the boot in. And it does nothing. That does end the match, ladies and gentlemen. Final score, Holy Enemies 2, Bashfaces. Well played, both sides. Especially to the Bashfaces, causing 2 deaths to the enemies. That's going to be hard to replace. Well, thank you for joining us, ladies and gentlemen, and we'll see you next time at TRUBBL.